What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Jay Trouble, aka Sauce Poppy, out of Pappy. You tune in to Easy TV. It's going down the thumb way.
Girl, get out your feelings. I'm chasing these millions. I'm dealing with carrying the weight of the world. Girl, get out your feelings. I'm chasing these millions. I'm dealing with carrying the weight of the world. So much jealousy and hate in the world, but this is history in the making here, girl. Ever since the day I made a little girl. This here for my daughter. I gotta go harder. I gotta move smarter. I use a flip phone when I'm placing the order. This shit get retarded. I get your head ordered like dominoes. Then they right back out the country like vominos. Adios. I'm running place with no audibles. Jay been the shit since a snotty nose. You been a bitch and it's obvious. Hit with that pressure, we know that you bound to fold. Why you think we on a lie? Your type round us for? I wanna.
Jay Trouble was good, man.
Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening?
Hey, man, welcome to Easy TV, bro.
Shit, I'm glad to be here, man. You know, I've been watching, man. I've been watching it grow.
Yeah.
I've been watching the views get bigger and bigger, man. You on to something, man.
Hey, man.
I knew eventually we was gonna cross paths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit mean a lot, bro. I really appreciate that, especially someone like you who's been around for a while as far as the music scene goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir, yes, sir.
I know you got a lot of stuff in your brain that I want to get out. we finna have a hell of a conversation.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
finna drop that exclusive with Easy TV. You already know.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Man, tell the people what you told me. Tell me where you supposed to be right now.
I'm supposed to be in Hollywood right now. You know what I mean? I had a slight change of plans. Go figure. 18 wheeler flipped over on 35, so 35 looked like a parking lot, and so I missed my flight.
Yeah.
And I ended up at the hip hop documentary, which is, you know, I'm a strong believer everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So once things weren't looking good for the plane trip and shit like that, I was just like, man, hey, the chip. I did my best, and fucking now, I guess it's just meant for me to be at the hip hop documentary, and I ended up performing. Like, they do that to me all the time, bro. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I won't. If you're expecting to see me perform and you look on the flyer and I'm not on there, and you think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not on the flyer to a lot of these events to perform.
Mm-hmm.
But when things ain't going right, or they got some time to kill, or it's a little slow, or maybe I'm not saying that happened, but it's happened before, where the other acts maybe aren't as energetic as me. They like to put me on there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, drop it. We need you to get on. Like, are you ready? And like with 5 minutes notice and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I like it. I like that shit.
Yeah, and we ended up brushing shoulders.
Yeah, and I ended up getting an Easy TV. So, you know, it's all good, man.
Yeah, when I actually walked into the seating area, you was on stage. By the way, I got footage of that. So
Yeah,
we'll
I need
see.
that. I like watching. I like going back and watching the footage because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a basketball game to me. I want to see my highlights. I want to see where I could have tightened up, where I could have done. You know what I mean? I'll watch. I don't know. I'm almost obsessive with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
As you should be though.
Yeah, I want to tighten every nook and cranny up that I can. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, as you should, bro. You got to
I
perfect
like
your
looking
craft.
at the footage. So yeah, I definitely need that.
Yeah. Now, but for real, shout out to you, man. This and first and foremost, we keep it real on Easy TV.
Yeah.
You know, I just got hip to you. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I wasn't gonna say I'm surprised, but I really fuck with your music, bro. Like, you got that harmonizing and you can rap. It's like that's my type of music. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that.
I just got into the harmonizing.
Okay.
I just barely got into the harmonizing.
Shit, I can't tell.
I just barely got into the harmonizing. Like I've not been. I'm not gonna say anti-auto-tune, but I've not been a fan of auto-tune pretty much my whole career.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm trying to sell 1 million records, and I'm not gonna buy all 1 million by myself. So it's not what I like. You know what I'm saying? And it's a challenge. It's a challenge because I've been rapping for a while. And when I first came in, like I feel like you had to really rap. You had to, you know what I mean, have some serious wordplay. You had to really be able to rap. And then it was then it went to that kind of Texas freestyle era. You had to be able to freestyle. Everybody was freestyle. Like if you couldn't freestyle, like you wasn't a rapper back during this time. You know
Because
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
flip.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like people would look down on you as an artist if you couldn't freestyle.
Yeah.
So just to see it evolve from those days to now, it's harmonizing and it's melodies. And my engineer was like, nah, man, you need to go in there and record it in a lower octave. I don't know what an octave is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's challenging myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same. In the evolution of music, I'm just trying to change with the times. Because if you don't change with the times, you'll get left behind.
Yeah, I think you're doing good though. From what I heard, like I said,
I got some other shit where I'm really diving in with that all the time. I think if you fuck with the other stuff, I got some stuff that's unreleased.
Yeah, make sure you send it to me, bro.
Oh yeah.
But man, let's get straight to the interview, bro.
Yeah.
Let the people know where you're from.
Man, I'm from South Waco, Texas, man. I was born here. I was raised on the northeast side of San Antonio for a good amount of time during my childhood and stuff like that. And I got into a lot of shit as a youngster, so my mom sent me back to Waco around the middle school time. And I've been back here ever since. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road a lot. I try to pride myself on staying gone as much as possible. I'm always repping my city. I'm always repping my side of town. But I don't know, bro. You know, we're from Waco.
Yeah, shout out to the hometown, man.
You know what I mean? We're from Waco, and for the music opportunities, there are not a lot of them.
It's very slim to none.
So I've seen the support is different out of town. You know what I mean? They'll support you out of town before they support you in town. And I got a lot of supporters here too, but the support is different out of town. When they see you take that leap of faith and you're on the other side of the country somewhere, and they see you dedicated, like it's just different. It's just different. And also, when you're working out of town, people in town see you working out of town, and they respect that and they salute that. So it's just, I like being gone, man. I'm from South Waco, Texas, but I like being gone as much as possible.
For sure, bro. So how was things growing up for J Trouble besides the I guess the mischief you was getting into?
Yeah. Man, I mean, we all had our struggles and stuff like that. I won't get up here and cap and say like I just had it horrible, but we all went through our hard times. Man, I loved music early. I knew I loved music and I loved basketball. And it's crazy because those are two things that, a lot of people around here might just know me from playing basketball because I play basketball several times throughout the week. I'm still hooping.
Yeah.
But growing up, it's just me, my mom, and my sister. And my mom worked a lot of hours, and my sister was younger, so she was off with other family. So I spent a lot of time at the crib by myself, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I developed a love for music, really. I spent a lot of time with myself, so I spent a lot of time listening to music, and I really fell in love with it at a young age. I remember recording songs off the radio on a cassette tape, you know what I'm saying? Sitting around listening to the radio all day, waiting for my favorite song. There wasn't no YouTube. There wasn't always no YouTube. There wasn't always no streaming. There wasn't no Apple Music and shit like that. So I would sit around with my radio and wait for one of my favorite songs to come on and to her press record on the cassette tape. You know what I'm saying? That's when you ask me that kind of question, that's one of the first things that come to mind. Just like really loving music, really falling in love with music, and just being a fan of a lot of musicians and stuff. Yeah,
how does it feel to see all these eras? Every decade is something new. How does that make you feel, bro?
It comes with its good. Everything is balanced. It comes with its good and bad because when I first started, you had to be plugged in, you had to be tapped in to go to somebody's studio. You had to know somebody, you had to have some bread because it wasn't cheap like it is now. Even if you had the bread, you still had to know who the people were. Like you had to be somebody to make music. Now it's a lot easier, which is good and bad. We're overpopulated with rappers, but also I don't have to stand in front of a corner store passing out CDs anymore. I can just, if I get you to look me up on your phone, I can touch people in places that I've never been. So it's got its good and bads. I like it.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say before I ask you this question, but I feel like you're more on the underrated side.
Definitely.
I feel like you don't get enough credit. You know what I'm saying, for your music. Right?
I'm glad you said it because I feel like that all the time. But also when people finally when you got put onto my music, it's like okay, this guy. You know what I mean? Like so when people finally do come around to it. It's not misunderstood. It's very understood where I'm at.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with being underrated because around the city and around the state and stuff like that, I get a lot of love and I get a lot of respect, and I'll take that.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Precise, by the way.
Oh yeah, man. A lot of where I am right now, what doesn't happen without Precise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll never take that credit for it, but I give it to him.
Yeah.
I tell Precise, I thank Precise all the time for things that he'll tell me, oh, you don't got to thank me for that. You know, we're boys. But no, I have to thank you for this. I'm not going to wait till I can no longer thank you to be like, damn, I should have thanked this. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like, Sice is the big homie. That's my big brother. Like, you know, we go, it's way deeper than music with me and Precise.
Yeah. That's another thing about Easy TV, bro. I'm not afraid to give people their flowers while they're here, bro.
You got to.
Like if you seen any of my previous interviews, like I tell every artist, I give them my 1,000% honest opinion.
Hey man, regret is a hell of a thing to live with.
Yeah.
Regret is a hell of a thing to live with. So I try not to move in a way that I know I'm gonna regret it later, or say things out of emotion that I know I'm gonna regret later. Like, regret is a bitch to live with. It's a bitch to deal with, especially with people that you care about and shit like that. I've learned that, man.
Yeah, for sure. Man, do you have a favorite artist, bro?
Like right now?
No, not.
Of all time?
J Trouble's favorite artist. You know what that means.
It's a lot of them, bro. It's a lot of them.
Give me top 5.
Top
Make it
5?
easier for you.
Wayne.
Okay. Shout out to Weezy.
Gates.
Okay. Very talented.
I'll put Bone Thugs in my top 5.
Okay, that's different.
Because they're pioneers.
Legends.
My last two. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Me and bro are close in age, so I've watched him blossom. Keystar is one of my favorite artists of all time.
Okay, that's an Easy TV exclusive right there.
Keystar is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I give him his flowers all the time.
Yeah.
And my last one, bro, is somebody that I study a lot now. He probably doesn't belong in the all time, but I just jam him so much now. Is A Boogie.
Okay.
I think A Boogie is a rock star,
Yeah.
and with his new wave sound and shit like that, like he's definitely somebody that's pushing the sound and pushing the culture forward. So yeah, so that what I say, I got Gates.
You said Weezy first.
Weezy, Keystar, Bone Thugs, and A Boogie. I think
that's a pretty diverse lineup,
you know
though, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out to Keys, by the way. Can you tell Keys Easy TV is looking for him?
I give his number.
Like, yeah, nah, bro, we'll talk about that off camera.